Shocking news. Can this really be happening in Nigeria? Just in. Emefiele, Malami, charged with contempt over Naira crisis. People are saying, hey, now just waiting, they won't tell us me we hear. Who won't charge them with contempt now? Now, that is a situation where court has given an order and that order has been flaunted and disregarded. Now, Malami is supposed to be the Attorney General of the Federation, who should have gone to a proper law school and understand the premise of what happened in the position of court giving an order. Now, in the arms of judiciary in the arms of government in a democratic system, there is supposed to be an arm called the judiciary, which is independent of the executive. That is the president, the vice president. There's supposed to be that. There's supposed to be the legislative, the Senate, House of Representative. However, in this country, every other arm of judiciary is like or government is totally like a rubber stamp, like they have no voice. Only the executive is operational. And these things are in place so that Nigeria will have, governments where there is independence, where people will be able to speak out for themselves. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Just in, Emefiele Malami charged of contempt over Naira crisis. Kogi, Kaduna, and Zamfara State has finalized arrangements to initiate the contempt proceedings against the Minister of Justice, who also doubles as the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Abubakar Malami San, and the Central Bank Governor, Godwin Emefiele. Despite the Monday 9th declaration of the old Naira note as legal tender, these two made things difficult for Nigerians. Politics Nigeria reports that the lead counsel for the three states, Abdulaziz Mustafa, disclosed to the press on Thursday that the CBN office statement was a mere conflict to give the impression of compliance, but really it was against the truth. Recall that weeks ago, the Supreme Court invalidated the Naira redesign policy introduced by the CBN, citing defamative deeming and implementation with regards to the timeline. Delivery judgment in the suit, instigated by 3 state governors against the federal government, a 7-member panel of the Apex Court held that the old Naira 200, 500 and 1,000 Naira notes remain valid tender until the end of the year, December the 31st. However, over 1 week since the verdict, neither the CBN governor nor the Attorney General of the Federation made any official statement about the compliance with the Apex Court ruling. The uncertainty about the true state of things prompts traders and businesses across the country to continue rejecting the old Naira currency. The Apex Bank statement on Monday came few hours after the presidency said CBN has no reason not to comply with the court order on the excuse of waiting for directives from President Muhammadu Buhari, as both parties report only to Buhari, CBN Governor, and AGF Abubakar Malami. Mr. Mustafa dismissed CBN statements as a gimmicks, insisting that the Apex Bank had not complied with the Supreme Court order. The senior advocate revealed that he had his clients in institutions to initiate contempt proceedings against Abubakar Malami and the Attorney General of the Federation, and as they have not complied with what the court has declared with regards to the country. Now they can behave that way, they can do and undo, because some people let them loose free. Okay, some people let them roll free. In this country today, where truth, orderliness, and justice should be the watchword, some people turn a blind eye. Now the currency issue, in fact, if you have not felt it, that means you are not in Nigeria. I accept you have not been in Nigeria, and I can understand. Maybe you go Ghana, you go Togo, or in America, just on a lighter note, wherever you are, you have not, if you have not felt what has been going on, it's because you've not been in the country. People suffered. In case you are not aware, people died. Just take it from me. Yes, in this same country, because of a policy, a devilish policy, as a result of bad government that was not thought about, properly resolved before they came out to make an announcement. The same election, what they said they were trying to prohibit, we never saw it. It's the same thing all over again. And the country, the people, all that is going on, these are clear indications that the people who are coming out to tell you there is a redesign of Naira, blah, 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 is all tales and fables. They don't mean what they say. They don't. They don't mean what they say. It's all tales and fables. And at the end of the day, you can see that Nigerians are at the receiving end. It ought not to be so. People who are, in fact, I saw an old man crying. Baba was crying in the bank. Person beat her, no. Person die, no. There is a medication he needs to take, and he could not access money to buy it, and his health was failing. Baba said no one die yet, but there is no money to buy the medication. And it's not because Baba came to bank to beg for money. He has the money, but could not get it in this country. And nobody could hear Baba. All they could do, people were just videoing. Welcome to Nigeria. Welcome. Because even if you have the money, you're seeing Baba cry, you want to give it to him. You can't even access your own money. And besides, Baba did not come to beg. Baba has his own money, but could not access this money. He was not the only one. That is one Baba among many Babas of what happened in this country. And yet, people sit down, drink coffee and tea, and tell us there is no need for change. This is why we must vote out bad governance. People who cannot even think, cannot govern their lives, yet they are the ones who want to govern people. How does it work? Can a child take care of another child? When you return, is it that they've broken the TV, they don't turn pot of soup for ground, or whatever has happened? It's only by God's grace that you go and come and you meet them in one piece. Not because they are not responsible. It is because at that stage they are children and they cannot handle the responsibility you have just given to them. A time will come, they will be excellent at it. In fact, they will even look after more children and you'll be wondering. But there is time for everything. For what we have now, our democracy, with all that is going on in Nigeria, is still very much in the infancy stage. And this is why we cannot afford to bring in incompetence. We can't afford it. No, not again. Bye for now.